I think Reshoevn8r finally got me. This is by far the dirtiest pair of Book ones I've ever seen. Let's see if they clean up. What is up everybody, I'm Vick Almighty, and today I'm going to show you guys the proper way to clean up your Book ones. We went ahead and picked the Sunbleached Book ones for this project. There's a lot of better colorways for this shoe, but the reason why I went with this one is because of the materials. Suede and canvas are two of the trickier materials to clean up on any sneaker. Using our Reshoevn8r signature shoe cleaning kit, I'm going to show you guys how to get these cleaned up and set it out. Without further ado, let's get to work. Before we start getting messy, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We drop weekly content on Mondays and Thursdays. We never drop a beat. For these shoes, one of the guys from the video team, Arthur, wore them for a straight month. Afterwards, Luis got a hold of them, went to the parking lot, and covered them in grime. I'm not too worried about it. Between the prep work, pre-cleaning, and the laundry system, we're gonna get these shoes looking back to brand new. First things first, I'm gonna take out the lace, insole, and I think I'm only gonna be working on the right shoe. Now, what I like to do with every single cleaning I do, I like to do a lot of prep work before I start putting water and solution on the shoes. I'm gonna do 2 steps, dry brushing with a Soft Bristle Brush to remove as much dirt and grime off the shoe. I'm also gonna be using a compressor to do the exact same thing. Between those 2 steps, it'll make a world of a difference. Again, I know not everybody has a compressor, canned air, or a compressor at the car wash, also do the trick.
Check out how easy this is gonna be, guys.
So much better now, but the shoe is still pretty dirty. At least what I got off isn't gonna get put back into the shoe during the cleaning. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set up my cleaning station to get ready for this cleaning. First, I'm gonna need a shoe tree, dry rack and bolt combo with all 3 brushes, soft, medium, and stiff. We'll need a towel, laundry bag to put the shoe in the washing machine, mat to keep everything nice and clean throughout this entire process. Last but not least, our Reshoevn8r solution. To get it started, I'm gonna insert our shoe tree, make sure the sizing is on point. And grab some water, put it in our bowl. Now for any cleaning, all you need is 2 squirts of a Reshoevn8r solution. Shoe trees in place, this is gonna help reshape the toe box and eliminate any creasing. All our products are ready to go. The first brush I'm gonna be using is our Soft Bristle. I'm gonna dunk it in our water solution and go over the entire upper and the inside. On this specific sneaker, I'm not worried about oversaturating the shoe. A lot of the suede that Nike uses on Nike SB Dunks, Book 1s, and other models have great quality suede. You can clean it up, put it in the washing machine. Afterwards, it'll still hold up nicely. The Soft Bristle Brush is the best to create the most suds, break down the dirt the fastest, and it's the safest to use on all materials. So far so good on the suede, it's cleaning up nicely. However, there is some areas where that grime is really dark. The suede is really good quality, it's not gonna bleed or anything, so scrubbing this hard is okay. But you do wanna be careful when scrubbing this hard. Not every shoe reacts the same way. Now the uppers look good, but you gotta give the inside the same treatment. Just because the insides are not seen, doesn't mean they're not dirty. Looking good, you guys. Here's the progress shot. Still see some marks here and there, but the washing machine will take care of that. Overall, looking good. The next brush I'm gonna be using is a Medium Bristle Brush. I'm only gonna be using this on the midsoles. Now the midsoles on any Book 1 are not painted. I can scrub as hard as I can and it's not gonna ruin them. Bristles on the Medium Bristle Brush are also soft enough. If I scrub on the uppers, it's not gonna damage it. All right, done with this brush. Last brush, the Stiff Bristle. The soles have a lot of grime and dirt, mud as well, all around the crevices. For this part, there's no easy way around it. You just have to scrub as hard as you can all around to get all that stuff off. With the soft and medium bristle brush, I always recommend letting the brush do all the work. But when it comes to the Stiff Bristle Brush, to get the best results, I recommend applying as much pressure as you can. All right, guys, soles look good. We're basically done with this cleaning. Before I put it in the washing machine, still gotta take care of the lace and the insole. All I'm gonna do for these 2 parts is grab the medium bristle brush and give both pieces a good scrub. All right, good to go with the pre-treatment. Last step, I'm gonna grab the laundry bag, put the shoe, insole, and the lace inside so I can put them in the washing machine. All right, let's finish the job with the washing machine. And to get these extra clean, we're gonna be using our Reshoevn8r detergent pods. One thing to note, cold water and regular settings is all you need. So far, this has been a great cleaning. The washing machine definitely did its job. The mesh area, all of those stains fully came out. The sock liner looks good as well. Check out the soles, the suede, no marks at all. Laces, and lastly, the insole. Back to its original color. Shoe smells good. The only thing that's left on the sneaker is the suede. At the moment, it's pretty crunchy. Not supposed to sound like that. There's two ways we could go about resetting the nap on the suede. Just by looking at the suede, I can tell it's gonna get really shaggy. I don't like that. When the shoe is brand new, it doesn't have that shaggy look. Sometimes on shoes with this type of suede, when you scrub too hard, beat them up too hard, put them in the washing machine, reset the nap on the suede, it's inevitable to not get shaggy results. I don't wanna go straight to using the brass bristle brush, even though I know this is gonna do the trick. I'm gonna start off by using the medium bristle brush first. It's a lot softer and safer to use. I always recommend trying this brush first before using the brass bristle brush to reset the nap on the suede. If you guys do use the brass bristle brush, make sure it's brand new or near brand new. If you use it to clean the soles or get it wet, sometimes it oxidizes and it leaves some black marks on the suede. You don't want to have to go back and redo the entire cleaning process. So make sure your brass bristle brush is in great condition. Let's try with the medium bristle brush first. The good thing about the medium bristle brush, I could go back and forth all around the shoe. I'm not worried about damaging the mesh, the patent leather material on the swoosh, or the midsole if I was to do so with the brass bristle. All right, overall, it's a lot softer. I want to say it's about 90% there. There is some areas that are still pretty crunchy. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of it using the brass bristle brush. I'm only gonna be hitting up those small sections very gently. Now we're definitely late to cleaning up the Book 1 on the channel. It's one of my personal favorite sneakers. At this point, Nike has released a ton of Book 1 colorways. The only reason we picked this one was because of the materials. We wanted to show you guys the best way to clean up the mesh and suede. Huge difference just by using those two brushes. I tried only using the medium bristle brush. However, the brass bristle had to come and save the day. There were some areas that I just couldn't get rid of the crunchiness with the medium. The one thing is though, as gentle as I try to be, the suede still ended up getting shaggy. When it comes to this step, there's really nothing you can do. To fix it, you can sit there and spend the time with some little scissors to shave off all the little hairs that are sticking out, or get a small pair of clippers and just go over the entire shoe. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it just makes it shaggier. Now before I lace it up and put the insole inside, I'm gonna grab our Mink Oil and our horsehair brush. With the horsehair brush, it's gonna comb some of the nappy suede, and the Mink Oil is gonna bring back some of the color. Now, like I mentioned, the Book 1 is one of my favorite sneakers for a few different reasons. It's comfortable, but it's also a very customizable sneaker. For example, I did one for Ice Cube, got a pair of Havens, took them apart and put them back together with some new panels, new tongues, new straps on the back, new quarter panels, new soles, a ton of work. I also made a pair for Justin Timberlake when he was on tour here in Phoenix. Made some new tongues, sick gradient paint job on the swoosh. Of course, I had to do a custom for the man himself, Booker, where I grabbed the snakeskin upper and I put it on an ACG sole, something that Nike or Booker has never seen before. That project was definitely one for the books. No pun intended. I'm always working on books off camera. For example, I'm doing the exact same pair I did for Booker for his dad. I have a few other projects where I'm putting a cleat sole onto the Book upper. All those projects I'm doing off camera, but at some point you might see them on the field or Instagram. Now, let's go ahead and compare it to the before. Yeah, massive difference. I achieved these results using our Reshoevn8r signature shoe cleaning kit. It wasn't just that, it was also about using the right techniques. Like I always say, use an air compressor or dry brush the sneaker, or do both. It makes a big difference before you even clean up the sneaker using solution and the brush. Couple things to note. Overall, the Book ones are an extremely easy shoe to clean up. The thing with this shoe though is some of the color did wash out from the suede. It's kind of hard to tell on the sneaker, but underneath that grime, I see a little bit more purple on the suede compared to the after. Could be for a few different reasons. For one, the shoe was heavily worn, covered in grease and stain. I had to do a lot of scrubbing. So during the cleaning process, I might have washed out some of the color, or the washing machine might have done that. I did notice though, when I applied the Mink Oil onto the shoe, I can see that purple coming back. So it may take a few coats to restore that color. So keep that in mind if you're cleaning up this specific shoe. You can find all the products I use in the video and more at Reshoevn8r.com. Use promo code BOOK20 to save 20% on your next order. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys on Monday. See you guys.